Good morning. You join me on a very sunny morning. It's June, middle of June. It's absolutely beautiful. The air is quite cool. The sun is very bright. I think it's about 6:30 in the morning. I've been out since 5 doing bits and bobs. And this is going to be quite short because the stuff I've done this morning is for a future project. But what I thought I'd do on the way home, I drove up through the Roaches, my usual haunt, and thought, you know what, there's quite a bit of fog around. It's moving in an odd way. It's not really, there's not much wind, so it's hard to tell where it's going to go. But I thought maybe I could get Hen Cloud wrapped in some fog. That would be nice with the sun sort of belting across it. It could be interesting. So I've been waiting around. I'll just show you. There you go. You can see Hen Cloud's got a bit of mist coming up to it now. Mist creeping up from Blackshore Moor. I'm just going to try and take maybe 1-2 shots of that and see how they work out. Now, I've not done a video for a while. I've had so many issues, so many things go wrong from work, from weather, from my knees, which are absolutely shot. So this is easy for me because I literally just get out my car and set the camera up. And this is to the sort of ladies and gents out there who perhaps feel a little bit on the health side. Over the last few months, I've managed to lose some weight and I'm trying to get back in shape, but my knees have been giving me so much grief that it's been difficult. But there's always a way, you know, there's always a way. And for me, it's just, I've been pinpointing places that are a short walk from the car, not too heavy on the knees. And that's enabled me to still get some photography done. Not a great deal, not as much as I'd like, certainly not enough for a video. But yeah, I think this kind of thing, like jumping out and taking a shot of Hen Cloud's a good way to keep the photography desires nicely dampened. This will fill me up just for this week. Anyway, I'm going to get to the camera now and take some shots. Well, this is not rocket science. Hen Cloud is placed firmly centre. So how can I make this interesting? Well, what I've done is made sure to have this little signpost there, which indicates the pathway, the tree just to the right there, there's a little tree there. So what I've tried to do here is give it a kind of V of balance. See, with the road, I hate unnatural things in my landscape photography, but I don't think moving closer to the wall would work. I am going to try it. But for now, I've gone for this V with the little bits of interest. And then it's just patience. It's just waiting for that mist, for those wisps of cloud up there to look good wrapped around Hen Cloud. I've got a Sigma 24 to, I think it's 105 on there right now. Don't normally do the tacky stuff, but I'm going to get the 70-200 out. I'm just going to tighten it a little bit, and the nice thing about that is it's very sharp. It's a really good lens. So we'll see how that bad boy does, and I may do some shots of the lonely tree. Again, I've done this a million times, so it's only going to be if the mist is around it nicely. Now, there has been some sheep hanging around the base of it. Show you the composition here. There's my tree. We do have a nice separation where the land is revealed before it drifts into the fog. But I'm gonna move further down. I want to see if the sheep are still there. If actually I can just about see them. So let's see if almost the same background will work well enough, but be made a little bit more interesting with having that wildlife at the front. Wildlife, sheep. I mean, come on. There we go. Tree with sheep. I want to try and catch this with a bit of the sky showing at the top, so people understand that is a big bank of fog and not just a grey background. But in my mind, this will work. I've got an idea that's going to take a little bit of work in Lightroom. I think this is going to be nice. I'll get it set up on the camera. Not sure. It might look good. Just show you the composition here. There's my tree. We do have a nice separation where the land is revealed before it drifts into the fog. But I'm gonna move further down. I want to see if the sheep are still there. If actually I can just about see them. So let's see if almost the same background will work well enough, but be made a little bit more interesting with having that wildlife at the front. Wildlife, sheep, I mean, come on. I'm not quite convinced that the Sigma's doing the job, even though I'm quite close to the tree. I think it would be better served with the 7200. So I'm going to switch lenses again. And I think the sheep are a bit too flat as well. I mean, close to the ground. Be nice if a couple of them were upright, but then of course I run the risk of them milling around, and if it's a slightly delayed exposure or longer exposure, it's going to look a bit blurry, and I'd much prefer it to be super sharp. So I'm going to hold on, see what the mist does, see what the sheep do. So just a quick look back at the cloud, and still cloudy. Not a good composition, that, but I've got faith. All good things come to those who wait. Of course, in the short time it took me to switch lenses, the fog basically enveloped all of the hill at the back of the tree, and so now it's shocking. It's not worth shooting. Not good. And of course, Hen Cloud's got even more cloud at the top of it, so it probably looks worse than it did 5 minutes ago. Sheep haven't moved. It's a really nice day though. It's a beautiful day. I've got that going for me. Yeah, just gonna stand here and, well, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I've got a cover, a hood on the camera. I'll show you there, see? You don't need it, the sun's at the back of me, but I've just bought it, so, you know. Well, it's like 10 minutes later, and still a thick bank of fog, not moving in the direction that I want it to. Annoying. Still cloudy up on top of Hen Cloud. Let's get that in the background. There we go. It's far more interesting than myself. So I thought I'd take a moment to tell you about crap gear. I've had a lot of trouble with sound, so I did 2 videos, both of which were rendered useless. Van gonna come rolling down, so I'm gonna hold fire for a second, see what happens. Gave me a wave, how nice. So yeah, I bought a problem I've got is that the mic system I use, which is a Rode Wireless 2, which I had a couple of issues with, but by and large has worked well. I bought a Boya, or I think it's called B-O-Y-A, and the idea is you just clip the mic on the end of your phone. It removes the requirement for a wire connected into the gimbal that I'm using right now, which is a DJI something, and it was awful. I think just shy of 100 quid for a pile of crap. So I thought, you know, do people want to know my experiences with gear? There's a lot of people that do gear videos, and it's not really my thing. But I've used a lot of stuff to get to where I am right now. So if you want to know about the gear I use, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll happily run through it. And it doesn't have to be me just sat there with a gimbal in my hand at home. I can be out in the field and talk about individual pieces of kit, make it a bit more interesting perhaps. But let me know if you'd rather not. You can let me know that as well, or rather just say nothing. That's better. Wow, I think I'm seeing a bit more of the land through the fog there. This could be passing. I think this fog's going to be with us for at least another hour, I believe. But it's starting to move a little bit. I feel the breeze has picked up, and it's creating opportunities. Rather than that being a permanent state of affairs, it's creating opportunities. And one of the sheep has just moved too. Folks, I'm going to put this camera down. Well, sadly, that's it for the day. As you can see, the fog completely engulfed the area, and I've got to go work. I've got to go back work. So patient as I am, unfortunately, duty calls But if you've enjoyed this, please do, you know, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of malarkey. I believe it helps, and I will hopefully be able to get another one done quite soon. And I'm also hoping to go to the Lake District in July, and very much looking forward to that. Lots of opportunities as long as the weather is with me. But until the next time, thanks for viewing. See you soon.